Hey folks, so I am sitting out here in our human nest. That's what we call it. It's just a big dead hedge that we built in a semicircle with one little opening right behind the camera there. For those of you that watched the last two videos we posted, you knew that I was going down for surgery, and so the videos were probably going to be a little sparse, and I wasn't going to be posting any videos of me making anything since then, but that time is almost over. That was last Friday, and they said 7 to 10 days of minimal activity. Today is Thursday. I should be able to get this video up pretty well right after I'm done filming it. But I wanted to give you guys a couple little updates and put something to a poll to you guys. So I'm not expecting this video to get, I'm not going to put, any crazy flashy thumbnail or anything like that, because really what I want to hear from is you all, my subscribers. So I'm hoping those of you that have set for that little ding to get this notification are going to be the ones to respond, because I'm, like I said, coming to you guys with a poll. So those of you that follow along, you know that I quit my town job, and so now I'm doing the farm and a bunch of side gigs as my new job, right? So I'd been doing that under, I've got my personal Instagram, which is Homestead Craftsman. And while I was down here just having to spend time on the couch watching YouTube videos, trying to respond to people's comments and stuff, I started to set up all the legal stuff for doing Homestead Craftsman. And in that process, because I thought, well, this YouTube thing has been pretty great so far. We've had a great reaction from you guys. I'll do a YouTube channel on that because it'll be a lot of interesting things I think people will enjoy, like setting up my wood shop, been doing some tile jobs in people's showers, built a cat wall for somebody. That was a lot of fun. About to start building a deck. We got lots of really cool stuff that I'm going to be doing, and I thought, people will probably really enjoy that. They enjoy it on my Instagram, so they'll probably really enjoy that if I made a YouTube channel. And I thought that it was slightly different enough stuff to warrant making two separate YouTube channels. But in that process of making it, I tried creating my email for it to try to keep everything separate and to have one for all the legal, fictitious name and all the legal documents and everything to go to. And found out that email was taken. And I thought, well, that's kind of an interesting email. Like when you try to make an email with your name, obviously they're all taken. And so you have to add numbers and whatnot or symbols. So I thought, well, okay, let's Google it, see. And I just assumed that my stuff would be the first to pop up. Well, no, there's actually somebody out there that has the YouTube and Instagram, the Homestead Craftsman. And he's wildly successful. And his stuff is really cool. What really, kind of seemed crazy to me is we're very, very similar. Like, it wasn't like, oh, this guy has the Homestead Craftsman and he's, doing X. No, like, this guy does a lot of home reno stuff, does a lot of homestead farming and chainsaw milling and logging. Honestly, like, if you guys are following my channel for our farm, odds are you will love his stuff. So go check out the Homestead Craftsman. He's also got two other YouTube channels, Square Inch, where he builds a tiny house, and that tiny house is absolutely awesome. So odds are most of you that follow me will also love that. Go check out that channel. And then he has one other, Homemade Home. That's the other channel, and it's really cool too. So honestly, dude's got 3 channels. They're awesome, and wildly successful. Several thousand followers. So I have been kind of stuck at an impasse here. I don't necessarily want to, I'm obviously not giving up my Instagram name of Homestead Craftsman. I have had, what else made this crazy, right, was that I was like, oh God, well, like, who had the name first? I made that name back in 2013 when I had a little slide-up phone, right? I didn't have an iPhone at the time, and was barely able to function Instagram on that dinky phone. So I was like, well, I know I didn't, and I had searched, hadn't found anybody else with that name. It was just a name I came up with while sitting in our break room when I worked on a landscaping crew. So searched. His Instagram account was made in 2017. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I beat that one. But then I thought, oh, well, he's got the YouTube. Let's check out the date on that. that's where it got crazy. So he made his YouTube channel, The Homestead Craftsman, 10 days after I made my Instagram account with Homestead Craftsman, all one word, as my name on there. So it's absolutely crazy. It's August. I made mine on August 1st. Yeah, I think it was August 1st of 2013, and he made his August 11th of 2013. So I had the name first, but he's wildly more successful with that channel and all that, and even with his Instagram account. Now mine has just always been my personal account, and his is very much tailored towards that. He's very successful at it. And I don't want to run the risk of, you know, being seen as a copycat for that or anything like that, even though I had the name first. I just don't want to start any of that potential drama. It's not worth it. So I had been like struggling to figure out like, well, should I change my name? I've even had some I've been talking to friends about it, and to be honest, I love you guys, but telling me to put the original or OG or official before Homestead Craftsman is not, that is attempting to start trouble. I love you guys, but you guys are a handful sometimes. That is not what I will be doing. So I kind of got to figure out whether or not I want to split it. The only other idea that I have come up with at this point, because I'm not going to stop doing the stuff I'm doing. I don't want to change the name because I've had that name for, you know, like 9 years now, almost 10. So like that feels like a part of my personality, and I don't want to change it. I mean, I have friends, anytime I do something weird, they're like, God, well, you are the Homestead Craftsman. Obviously, I'm not the Homestead Craftsman. So what I've been thinking about doing, what I want to put to you guys and ask if that's something you're interested in, is me just rolling that into the Green Thicket Farm YouTube. I will still probably register the fictitious name just to keep the two businesses separate for when I do my taxes, maybe. They'll all be sole proprietorships, but I'll still keep my personal Instagram. But doing all of that stuff that I would have filmed and made a separate YouTube channel for on here. Now, I will still, of course, still be doing all of the same farm videos that we're currently doing. None of that will change. I still hope to keep up that same, like, we've been doing, beyond this week, of course, 2 to 4 videos a week as interesting, fun stuff happens on the farm. None of that will change. So don't think that. What would change is that you guys would get more content, right? But most of it will not be that farm related, because it will be, now I think a lot of the people that are interested in farming and homesteading and things like that, odds are you're gonna be doing a lot of that same stuff, like tile work. You'd get a bunch more of our house renovation on it, other people's house renovation projects. Like I've got some tiling projects I gotta fix up for someone's installing a threshold. I've got a bunch of stairs to repair for people. So a lot of that stuff that I think does tie in pretty well similar, but there's also a lot of stuff that's, I think, interesting projects, mind you, but that are very much not farm related, like building that cat wall for that person, or what else we got, like some live edge tabletops that I'm going to be building, some live edge countertops I'm going to be building, probably some resin tabletops, trying to think of what else. I've got some huge steps that are made from milled lumber that I'm going to be building for someone for the entrance to their house. Yeah, just tons of cool projects like that really, like, they're not that farm related. I've got a sign that was pulled down from an old building that says Earth, and I want to take that, and it's got a big box on the back that I'm going to do for a planter, and I do barnwood, and then LEDs into it, like, so that kind of stuff that I'll be building. There will be tons of videos on me renovating our wood shop, which is just our garage, it's like half our garage, but it does not function great. It functioned fine when I was just building stuff, but now that I'm kind of doing that as a, you know, professional thing, it needs to function better. So there'll be tons of videos on me building organizational stuff, a new shop table with a built-in table saw and things. So, like I said, that will mean no changes to the farm videos you're gonna get. You'll still get all those, so don't worry about that. but it would mean the addition of a bunch of these other crazy projects. Is that something you guys want to see, or do you think that it would clutter up your feed with some stuff that you're not that interested in? If so, then, you know, and the overwhelming number of comments on this video are, no, we don't really want to see you build a cat wall or a live edge countertop. If it is like, oh my gosh, yeah, I think there's some skills that we could learn from that, then yeah, I'll start doing that and I'll incorporate it in, and y'all will save me some hassle and trouble of trying to manage 2 YouTube accounts. But either way, Green Thicket Farm YouTube is not going anywhere. I've loved the support we have gotten, and I plan to keep rolling along with that. The decision here is just to whether or not figure out a way to do my Homestead Craftsman stuff as a separate YouTube, or to mesh it and let this be one YouTube channel with all of my interests like that. So that you guys would just get double the amount of content. Yeah, this just goes to show like how much I appreciate you guys, how much I want your input on this. Please drop it in the comments below with a, you know, a yay or a nay. I do want you to incorporate all this extra content, or no, I don't really want to see too much of that. Please keep it separate. And I'll just kind of weigh the comments. Like, if we get a bunch of comments from people that say they do, then I'll do it. If people say, I get a bunch of comments that say, no, I don't really have any interest in, you know, seeing how you fix up your shop and seeing you build all these weird projects, then I won't. But I'm just gonna kind of throw it to a vote at this point and kind of roll from there. So thank you folks so much for all that you've done to support our channel at this point. I do want to go ahead and drop out a thing. So of course, like this video to let me know that y'all are seeing it. Drop in the comments that vote. Let me know what you think. And then if you guys haven't checked out already or not, we're going to be doing some little bit of changes to the sections on it, but we do have a Patreon. I'll drop that link up there in one of those little cards in the top corner. But we've got a video on castration up there, and it's set under $10 a month to get those videos. All of our videos that are stuff that are weird that, you know, like YouTube might get onto us for being kind of graphic, like castrations, farrowing video, and that castration video talks about everything, like mistakes that we have done, an actual up close, like right over the top of, you're watching me do it and I'm going slow and talking through. We'll do live video, well, probably not live just because of our internet service, but I will record and you will get everything, the good and the bad, during farrowings. So all of that will be filmed and put up on the Patreon, and it will be only for Patreon viewers. It's through a YouTube link, but they're unlisted on YouTube, so then we can't get in trouble for them being on YouTube. It's kind of weird, but you got to play by the rules if you want to play the game. So yeah, if you want to check that out, that'd be fantastic. I get a lot of phone calls and messages for people that want to talk and, you know, learn, and we offer one of the higher up options. It's $50 a month. But for that $50 a month, you get a 1-hour consultation with me, and that can be a video consultation. That could just, which Zoom is how I'll do it. That'll be the easiest way to do it. But you get that for your farm, for your shop, for whatever, you know, that you're like, I need some help. That's there for it. I'm happy to talk it through and work through. I'll probably ask you to, you know, email me pictures of your farm, email me your farm layout, like. That is a 1-hour consultation once a month for you to get all of your questions to me that you're like, I want some one-on-one time. And if you're cool with it, then I will record our conversations for that and add that to the Patreon videos that is on that, the real side of farming that we have on there, that'll have those castrations, those farrowings, so you can see what other people are asking those questions for, to get that little bit of consultation. I may film some minor snippets if you're okay with it and you're one of those Patreon members, and put some little snippets of it on the actual YouTube here for everyone to see, but the majority, the full-length conversation would just be on that $10 Patreon amount for everyone else to see, if you're okay with it. You could just be like, no, I want, you know, these are personal conversations, then that's fine, and it won't get recorded and done like that. But if you feel like sharing it, you know, then, and helping everybody out, then we'll do that. I'm gonna go ahead and close this out because it looks like we're already at 15 minutes. So thank you folks so much. I appreciate you. Y'all have a great day.